What's up, everyone? I am TokuTylor, and today we will be talking episode 6 of Lupinranger vs. Patoranger. In my opinion, this was another good episode. I really liked it. As usual, this series is doing really well, I have to say, just really good. And we get a great moment with Keiichiro in this episode, and the new vehicles getting shown off. It's just really cool. So, let's get into it. We start at the Gangler Mansion, where Boss DeGranio confronts Destra about the events of the previous episode, with him trying to get two new Lupin collection items. And Boss DeGranio also, finally, gives us some information on a certain Gangler who likes to use ice. His name is Zamigo. This is obviously the ice-wielding Gangler that we suspect is the reason why the Lupinranger's loved ones were frozen and everything after seeing him in the flashback, so we're pretty sure it's him. But his name is Zamigo, and I have to say, I kind of like him. I don't know, just style-wise, he looks interesting at least. It's just very cool. So DeGranio is also thinking about naming Zamigo as his successor, but we'll see how that goes with this whole competition thing and everything, but Zamigo is in his mind for successor just because he's probably that powerful and that deadly, so we'll see. And then at the global police base, we see that the Patorangers are searching for the Gangler from the previous episode, and that Keiichiro isn't at work right now. You know, apparently the night before, or whenever last episode was, he's kind of off for now. I don't know, but we see him at the park from the first episode, and he's sitting there with his coffee, and he's just still obsessed with his fight with Lupin Red. He's just very concentrated on it, and he's questioning how Lupin Red is stronger than him, because we see some, civilians talking about how the Lupin Rangers are stronger, just their personal opinion, how the Lupin Rangers are stronger than the Patorangers, so they'll never catch the Lupin Rangers, that kind of thing. And then Kairi starts walking by, and we see him try to talk to Keiichiro, but Keiichiro just springs up in anger without noticing him, and he's just too focused to even notice Kairi coming up to him. But that was funny. I like that. Kairi just drops all his popcorn on the ground. It was just because he thinks Keiichiro is scary. It's funny. But then the Gangler has been spotted, and Keiichiro runs straight to the base. The Patorangers find the Gangler and start to fight him, but Keiichiro wants to prolong the fight so the Lupin Rangers will show up. But they don't, so the Gangler then gets away, and we see Tsukasa slap him. Mainly because he let his anger with Lupin Red get in the way of the mission. So we then go to Keiichiro talking with Tsukasa about it by this lake, and that's not important. And she reminds him of what he told her on their first day at the Global Police. Don't forget the responsibility that comes with the authority of the Global Police. So basically, they have a responsibility to the people before anything personal. So don't let it become personal. Don't let your judgment be clouded. You have to protect people before anything else, because that's what this opportunity was given to you for. So back at the bistro, Sakuya shows up to eat, and Umika isn't happy about it. We know why. He kind of has a crush on her. So, but they then try to get some info from Sakuya about the Gangler and all that, and they find out about the situation between Keiichiro and Tsukasa, about how there's a bit of a fight going on, a bit of a confrontation, but then the Gangler shows up again, and Sakuya is called away, and I like that they showed Sakuya actually paying for his food, because the thought crossed my mind that he's just going to run out without paying or something, but it's nice that they did that. I don't know, it's a small little detail, but I appreciate it. Both teams show up to face the Gangler, and we get another cool red versus red fight, but after some more beautiful action scenes. The camera work is just awesome. I have to point it out every time. I love the camera. Just the camera work is just fantastic. I love it. But again, the red versus red fight, really really cool. But anyway, the Gangler attacks both Reds while they're distracted, and Kairi dodges the attack, but Keiichiro gets pushed back under this like walkway or this bridge looking thing, and it gets cracked, and the debris starts falling on him. And when the smoke clears, it is revealed that Keiichiro is like holding up a piece of debris and was actually saving a mother and daughter from being crushed under the broken bridge. That's a really cool moment because in that moment, Patoren Ichigou remembers why he joined the global police and has found his resolve to fight as a policeman and not someone out for revenge. It's really cool because this moment was really great, finally, a moment where I am rooting for the Pata Rangers. I like that moment. That was a real Red Ranger moment. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. So, and then we see Good Striker fly in, and he steals the machine biker from Lupin Red and hands it to Patoren Ichigou. I'm just the I just can't believe him right now. I really can't. But Patoren Ichigou then uses the bike on his changer, and we see a really awesome attack. It's really really cool looking. So when you use the machine biker, it shoots this like energy tire, but right before he shoots the attack, the Lupin Rangers grab the Gangler's item at the last second. It's really cool, and Lupin Red's cape gets singed. It's just at the last second. It was really really cool, and the attack shoots the Gangler right in his vault, and it closes, so the attack is like right inside of him. I thought that was a really cool part. So, and then after the attack is done and the Gangler explodes, Patoren Ichigou passes out because he's been overworked and everything, just with the bridge collapsing and everything. So Goshu revives the Gangler, and the Lupin Rangers form Lupin Kaiser because Keiichiro is passed out. So that's really cool. And Good Striker in the cockpit is still funny. He's just talking about his paint getting scratched, and Toma just leans over to him and says, I can use a nail file on you later." And I love Toma too. He's just really cool. Lupin Red then pulls out the Cyclone Dial Fighter and launches it, thus attaching it as the new left arm. And I have to say, it looks good as an arm. It really does. It has a set of helicopter blades on each side. It's really, really cool. And when they go for the finishing attack, it creates these tornado funnels, which is really, really cool. And they have them up in the air. They have the Gangler lifted up in the air. And for the final attack, they use the Gatling gun on Blue's vehicle, and finish him off and just shoot him up in the air and everything. It's really cool. They destroy the Gangler, and then, as always, Good Striker runs away. And then, as the Lupin Rangers fly away with their now 4 vehicles, we finally meet Zamigo on the ground watching the Rangers fly away. He likes to eat ice, and when he took a bite of that piece of ice, it made my spine shiver at the thought of actually biting into like an ice cube or something. It's really weird for me, but apparently he likes to eat ice, so that's interesting at least. Back at the bistro, Kogure lets them keep the Cyclone Fighter, or Cyclone Dial Fighter, to help them in their work. They're, fighting the Ganglers and everything. And they ask him about the bike, but he doesn't seem too worried about it. Though it's just, he's still sketchy. I still think he's sketchy, but it's okay. And then at the Global Police base, they talk about how the Lupin Rangers could have taken the bike back when Keiichiro was knocked out, but they didn't. Making Keiichiro think... Sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, I say it really quick, but making Keiichiro think back about Lupin Red saying they became thieves because they had no choice. So he starts coming up with thoughts about maybe there's something else going on with the thieves, something that they're not aware of that could change the whole thing about how they feel about them. So anyway, my final thoughts on the episode are pretty simple. Zamigo is really cool, pun intended, and I'll give him that at least. And I hope we see more of him soon, because I want to learn more about this guy. And that biker attack was so awesome. I love stuff like that. I'm a big fan of Kamen Rider Drive, so seeing like a tire attack, just that was really cool. Really awesome. And the cyclone on the mech was pretty awesome. I didn't really when we saw toy scans for it, I didn't really think it was going to be that cool on the Megazord, but it does look pretty cool, and I do like that tornado finisher, so that was cool. And again, this series just keeps the action going along with the mystery and everything. I love it. So, cool new villain, awesome vehicle premieres, and another great episode. So, really cool. So, thank you guys for watching or listening to this review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.